Mickey says, okay, let's sip of this. Mickey says, I have a girlfriend. Congratulations. And I have her, and I love her so much. Okay, that's good so far. Now, I just want to bring in another question in the middle of your question. Do you know why you love her? Or do you love the lust for her? Do you love the image you have when you're with her? Do you love the image of having such a girlfriend? Or do you love her? To love her, do you know her? Do you know who she is? Or do you know how her body and voice and smile looks? Knowing a person is different than wanting a person. Knowing your girlfriend is about what she's all about, what her consciousness is all about, how she was put together, what makes her tick. So to love her, you gotta know what is it that you love, and what is this what you love needs based on knowing her. One reason that relationships break up is because really neither one of you know each other. You love what each one of you does for the other, but you don't know each other exactly. You don't know the other to know what this person needs in her psyche that you can add to, or how to take care of. How can you take care of a flower when you don't read that little thing that comes with it when you buy it from the flower shop that tells you what species it is, what climate it likes, how much water, nutrition it needs, what fertilizer, whatever. How can you take care of this flower if you don't know what it is, what it needs? So in order to know what it is, what she is, or what he is, or what she needs, let's talk about one kind of relationship, I lose a train of thoughts, then you need to understand how she's put together, who she is, why she is the way she is, what is in her consciousness. Then you know what's there for you to feed, to help, to protect, to identify with, to recognize, to address, to pay attention to. What is it that you're communicating with? Her legs? Her body? Her face? Her hair? What is it that you love? You say, I love her. To love her, you got to know her. So the fact that you guys are simply loving each other's images, not how you guys are put together, is why it breaks up. How can you have a relationship with an image when that image on daily basis is changed? Every one of you and her, both, are constantly during the day, based on what you're doing, what you're facing, you're changing different images. We talked about it before. Yeah? You want to go in a restaurant, you're a customer. You have a different image. You're having food, well, you have an image of somebody sitting in a restaurant having food. You're buying fruits, you have an image of a shopper. And you're looking at the apple, you're suddenly a farmer in your mind, figuring out. Different images. You're in a bus, you're a passenger. You're talking to your mom or dad, you're a son or daughter. All these images is what you grab and let go and go to the next image depending on what you're doing. And you are in relationship with the image of your girlfriend. Your image that she has of you in her mind, and her image that you have of her in your mind, are interacting, are having a relationship. Your image of you in your mind with the image you have of her in your mind, and her image of her in her mind with the image of you she has in her mind, are having a relationship. And as these images change based on what is needed and what changes takes place in you guys may have a different image. And then suddenly the images are having problem in their relationship because one of them changed the image. And now she is not part of that relationship between the two images, and the conflict and divisions suddenly start feeling like, why is she not responding that? Because she has a different image of herself in her own mind now. And you're oblivious to it. Why? Because you guys are behaving on image level. That's why you can't even know the images of each other in their own mind, or your own mind has changed. You still have the same image of the girlfriend as she was yesterday or a month ago, but she has a different image of herself in her mind. And suddenly she doesn't like you, or you see the differences and you wonder what's going on. Because you guys never really took time to understand each other, who you are in love with, who you're having a relationship. Your center, the entirety of you, and her center, her entirety of her, are not having a relationship. The images are. And it's so easy, disposable everything. She or you, based on the image you think you have of yourself in your mind, will drop it because your need is now to have a relationship with a different image. So you see another girl walking by, she's got it all together in the way that you are in the mood for it. And suddenly you think, that image is what I want to be with. And then your image, based on what you think you want to be with, changes. Now you try to curtail to that. And then this one suddenly feels, why are you so different? Because you change your whole image in yourself by something else that you think you should pursue. And no longer these two images are interacting as they did. So problems, questions comes, and you don't know why. Why it broke up? What happened? Because you never had a relationship with each other. You had it with each other's image. So that's a very kind of a little heavy thing, but hey, you know, it's out there. Think about it, and if you want more on it, go on my YouTube channel and there search for, you know, image and, you know, this and that, so forth, and then I'll help you out. So anyhow, before we get too far into it and get lost, we can follow the rest of Mickey's question. I have a girlfriend, he says, I love her. Guys, please do me a favor. Don't forget the protocol. I can't see Mickey's picture here. It's small. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. The explanation tells me, you know, by default, I would think that he's a boy. Because, you know, the way he's written the script here. But I could be wrong. So it would be helpful if you tell me Mickey, from where, how old, and then man or woman, if your name or picture is not so clear for me. Because, you know, Mickey, I know there's one of our subscribers is a girl from Florida. Her name is Mickey. And if I can't see the picture well, I don't know really how to address the sentences. So help me out, guys. It doesn't mean just because you've done it once, I will remember. I won't. As many times as you guys are here, I will not remember your age if your picture or name I'm not familiar with. So do me a favor, for the first few times at least, let me know so-and-so tuning in from where and how old you are, and you're male or female, if your picture or name is not clear for me. So that'll help me out to know how to deliver and how to properly put the sentences together and address you. Anyhow, getting back to that, Mickey says, I assume he's a young man. I have a girlfriend and I love her so much. We are so happy together, but her friend, which is girl, is so jealous of us, and she is making everything to tear us apart. Well, there are two possibilities here, or maybe more. First is that she doesn't have a boyfriend, and obviously she was very close to your girlfriend, and she misses her friend, and she doesn't know what to do with her time. She's not a person who is really into building herself and so on. She wants to be, you know, having her own order together, and her order has changed. You are with this girlfriend, and suddenly you find yourself that you have to now comply to this friend of your girlfriend in order to have your girlfriend at least not feel you're an asshole or you're intolerant, or you just want to, you know, give a good impression. it's kind of a tasking and kind of annoying, because that girl should know that obviously her girlfriend is going to find a boyfriend. And when that happens, well, she should take a seat back a little bit, step back, and let that go. How would she feel if she had a boyfriend and then her girlfriend would be constantly be jealous or whatnot? She would be feel uncomfortable. So what she's doing, the girlfriend's friend is doing to your girlfriend, is the same. She's making her friend uncomfortable. But you need to rise above that. Your technique should always be speaking good about your girlfriend's girlfriend and say, well, it's okay, dear, I understand. You're such a special person. Everybody loves you, and your girlfriend is loyal to you, and she misses you. And I seem to be the villain here. But what can I say? I think you're great, and I like to be with you and get to know you better. So how can we make her feel comfortable? Maybe we should find her a boyfriend, set her up. Or maybe you would like to explain to her that you still like her very much and you're a friend with her, and I'm not a threat, and you can just give some time to her. And I'm more than happy to, understand this until she finds her own boyfriend and she has her own life, and she will realize that what she's doing, while noble and kind, but is making you uncomfortable, because that's eventually going to bring a little bit of a distance between us, thinking that we can't even handle our friends to have enough time for each other, let alone some other challenges may appear in the days to come or months to come. Something of that nature would tell your girlfriend how mature and understanding you are, and at the same time you have expressed your case about that this is not necessarily a problem, but it's not free of problem either, because I'm also being affected, which would mean the relationship could be affected, but not in a threatening way, in a cooperating way. And the other possibility is, which I don't know, maybe your girlfriend's girlfriend is into your girlfriend. I don't know. I mean, don't come out and say it that way. That might not, sound right. And if they misunderstand it, they may think, differently than you intend to. So be